The Toronto Basketball Academy was one of the top seeds heading into last season's NPA Championship tournament. In the second round, they matched up with Canada Top Flight Academy, a team that they had beat by double digits earlier in the season.
We were very confident going into the game. We had a great season, and I remember that game like it's like yesterday.
Halftime, everything was looking good. Even third quarter, the game might have got a little bit closer, but we thought, we were still gonna win.
And we had a lead going into the fourth, and then we just let it slip through our hands.
We did everything right, but we just lost in one area. We didn't make enough free throws. We were atrocious, 6 for 31 from the free throw line.
It was like a shock, everyone was like, we're done.
Everybody around me, all the kids that I was coaching were crying and everything, and I'm just like, how do you deal with this, right? All I had was a hug that day. I didn't have anything else. I try to be strong, but meantime, those hugs were making me feel better.
We viewed it as the last time we were all going to be together. We had everyone going their different ways. If it's CIS, D1, JUCO, we felt that we let each other down.
Losing all-star point guard Cordell Vera to the NCAA ranks left a big void at the point guard position for TBA. In stepped Marcus Masters, who was familiar with the team's style and their personnel.
I knew TBA was a good program from watching them on the live stream for the NPA last year, and there were some players leaving, so I thought it would fit well. And I have guys around me that can score, such as Patrick, Tarek, Amir.
I've never had a chance to coach a kid like
History has been made in Canadian basketball.
One hand down, all over the defense.
One hand cock back.
Oh! Bringing the fans to their feet, putting a man in the rim.
Ain't that awesome? Oh my Lord!
Welcome to the NPA on NPH.
Batten down the hatches, hide the women, hide the children. We have ourselves a game here in game number 2. BC Christian Prep taking on the Toronto Basketball Academy. Jason Tom here alongside Elias Sabate. Marijan Obad missing early on for BC Christian Prep. The Panthers in the black, TBA in the grays. Tarek Issa misses the jumper before this game. We awarded Patrick Emilian his award as a first-team All-Star. The senior averaged about 20 points per game this season, and he put together a string down the stretch of 5 straight 30-point games. This kid has been on fire for TBA, and that's him with the ball right now.
And he's come off of a visit at Siena. Has a couple coaches looking at him that are in attendance. That was him on the fadeaway there.
In game 1 today, we saw, I guess you can call it an upset. And down low, Mustafa Agos, who didn't get a lot of minutes earlier this season when we saw BC Christian play, which was surprising because he was such a big player for them last year. Opening the scoring, but again, RNS at the number 9 position upset the number 8 Beast Prep out of Hamilton, Ontario, despite a huge game from David Abiodun. Marcus Masters, wet from range. I'm telling you, I know this is a team in BC Christian Prep that not a lot of our viewers know of. And I'm sure everyone's well aware of Toronto Basketball Academy. This is an outstanding matchup of 2 equally matched teams and 2 fiery head coaches who I'm sure you're going to hear over top of the headset today.
Great slithery move by Amir Goladzade there to get in the lane. Amir, member of the 2019 Canadian class.
TBA in the grays had a real up and down season. Had a huge win over Crestwood, coming back from 2 20-point deficits, but also had some tough losses this season as well. had a heck of a time with Central Tech, their interdivisional rivals. Demba Timbo there at the line. He's a player who can either be very special for this squad, but then can also really hurt them. And a lot of the times, Coach Adil Saibzada just has to get him off the floor in order to keep his team together. Ooh, nice move, Sammy Hunter.
Got him off the jab there to get the first step.
Amir Golizadeh picks up the foul off the ball. Sammy Hunter, you know, earlier this season was having trouble. He was playing almost a lot of point forward because they just didn't have a point guard, BC Christian Prep. They solved that by bringing in Amir Krupic. And once they brought in a point guard that could get their big man the ball, what happened? Sammy Hunter goes off for 41 points in our St. Laurent mini session. You were there.
Yeah, and you relieve a lot of the pressure off of him for having your 6'8" guy bringing up the ball.
It's going to be a great point guard battle to see Marcus Masters and Amir Krupic, because you know Masters really does not know much about Krupic. Nice pass by Tariq Issa. The great thing about this TBA squad, so many interchangeable parts that are so well oiled with their different styles of play. The true triple threat can shoot, pass, and rebound from literally every position. Sammy Hunter, nice look. Big to big. Mustafa Goetz finishing off with 2. Emelian, step back, finds Golizadeh. He will launch from anywhere, Amir Golizadeh. There's Krupic. Ooh.
You ain't Christian. Thank you.
Another thing you'll find with TBA, Coach Saibzada cycles through his players quickly. Demba Timbo first off the floor and first man off the bench can be the X factor for this team, and Chad Vincent. Masters. I haven't seen Masters start a game like this yet this season.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't. He's been quiet, actually. Even from a vocal leadership standpoint, I guess he's just getting accustomed to the team, but national championship will change that up.
Yeah, very difficult position for Masters. Coming in, taking over for Cordell Vera, who is the heart and soul of this team from the point guard position. Nice movement leading to a long 2. Obad hits the jumper. Quick timeout here on the floor. Stay with us. We'll be back.
Keep it going. Keep the intensity high.
Get your feet square. Get your feet square.
Take it home, write it down, grab a homie, and work on it. Work on it, master it.
AJ Lawson, go! He gets it to go! Wow! Pick it up, Jalen.
Oh my God!
Top 10, top 10.
Two-way players are the best players. Understand that. Two-way players are the best players.
Here's Sabri Phillips, two-hand jam!
Let's go, boy!
It doesn't matter from what city you're from, how tall you are, what school, what club you represent. Game speaks. There's no politics here.
Okay, let's keep it going. Keep it.
We've traveled across the country and back. 6 years running. Canada's basketball talent blossoms right before our eyes.
Back to live game action. Golizadeh into the corner. Emelian out of bounds. We're going BC Christian way. coming up on the midway point of the first quarter. Masters has had himself a great start to this game.
Marion Obad a little off the mark that time. Good sportsmanship from Mustafa Agaz, picking up Chad Vincent off the floor.
.420 to go. Issa, no good.
I'm very curious to see how Issa does once he arrives at Carleton. He is a Ravens commit. They're on their way to a national championship. Don't be surprised if they get it.
Sammy Hunter. Not a great defensive transition attempt by BC there. But TBA is so used to cycling through their 6'7" to 6'9" guys with tons of length. And they're going up against a squad that has similar size. I mean, you saw Sammy Hunter there go right into the trees, having no problem.
To the sideline.
4:03 to go here. Chad Vincent at the line can be a very important player for this TBA squad. The Goats. Ooh, they're running out of time. He's got to launch it. Ooh, nice over-the-shoulder wide receiver catch there. Good call. Tarek Issa was there. He had the position. Obad called for the charge. Masters. Yeah, and that's exactly what his head coach is saying to Krupic right now. You were sagging too far down and it just made for an easy call on the hand check. This is going to be a chess match throughout this game. I think you're going to see both teams holding on to their timeouts, getting an opportunity to chat whenever they can without burning one of the timeouts. 2 in the first half, 3 in the second half. FIBA rules is what we go by here in the NPA.
Masters nothing but net on the first of 2. I got a feeling this is going to be another one of those down-to-the-wire games. These teams match up very well in terms of size and length.
Krupic, he's got a tight handle on him.
This is a really good matchup.
Yes. Hunter on Issa. Goats has it almost stripped away by Masters. Goats tries to get it to Strutt. Kind of hard to pass that into a phone booth like that.
And Agos is the type of guy, he's a solid catch and shoot player, and he's a good defender. He's got to be careful when he's putting it on the deck, especially in the paint when there's so many bodies collapsing inside.
Emilian over to Vincent, hand off to Masters, running off the Issa screen. Masters again, he's been feeling it from downtown. Marcus Masters has got it going here in the first quarter, leading the charge. 9 of TBA's 15 points.
I don't know if you'll agree with me on this one, but I think this is the best start we've seen from Masters all season.
Absolutely. And there's Vincent stepping in. This is what TBA does. They start to swarm. Again, TBA, the higher seed here, number 7. BC Christian at 10.
And we got a youngster checking into the game for BC, Harry Aguminor, number 2.
Krupic.
And a very quiet bench here from BC as the shot clock winds down. You want to be yelling at your team. This is national. Wait a minute. Are we at national championships or what?
We are definitely at the national championships.
And if you're the bench and your shot clock is winding down, you want everybody to make sure that the guys on the floor hear that.
It's been a perfect start for TBA. And if you're sitting over there on the TBA bench, you love everything you've seen. Marcus Masters in the flow, good defensive intensity. Emilian runs out of room again. They've definitely scouted him well. Offensive rebound for Co. Vincent.
And that was, you got the reset there. You don't want to rush that shot.
And it's saved right to Emilian, who finishes it off. Under 2 to go, an 8-point lead. Stepped out of bounds. Momentum firmly on the side of TBA. Still lots of time to go. Timeout on the floor. 8-point lead. Stay with us. We'll be back after a short break.
NPH Scouting Service. The NPH Scouting Service is another platform for exposure with a network of over 300 coaches and scouts from some of the most recognizable brands and programs. Our scouts are constantly evaluating talent to ensure accuracy and credibility. NPH Events. There's an opportunity to get involved at the ground level. NPH hosts elite level high school tournaments to national club team championships throughout the course of the season. Now is your chance to get involved with the fastest growing sport in Canada with the industry leaders and influencers. Get in the game today and join NPH in growing basketball in this country.
Is it something that I've done again? Say what?
Here's Campbell, look out, one hand down.
TBA incredibly happy with their opening 8 minutes. BC Christian trying to get their legs underneath them. They've had an opportunity to scout TBA via our live streams. One thing to watch via video, another to actually get on the floor with them. But we really liked the matchup when we looked at it, just because TBA has such size, which would be nullified by a lot of these BC Christian prep Panthers, as you see lining up down there at the bottom of the free throw line. Jeff Ma, 6'10" forward out of Hong Kong.
I just spotted another Jeff. Coach Jeff Smith from Central Michigan is in the house. Third NCAA program here in the building this morning. Or this afternoon, man, time's flying.
Ogamayanor gets down low to Ma. Has it poked away. Emilian gets cut off. Foul called on Krupic. It's going to be an interesting matchup to see Jeff Ma and Demba Timbo. 7-footer from Senegal and a 6'10" from Hong Kong. Emilian pushes the lead up to 10. Sammy Hunter brings it over midcourt. Obad, Krupic, Hunter. Ogamayanor, collision down low between Ko and Ma. Emilian comes out with it. Ooh, took it right at the rim. Nice finish. Patrick Emilian showing why he is an NPA first-team All-Star in his senior season. 12-point lead for TBA. Running off the Moss screen, Sammy Hunter, a little step back. Sammy Hunter has that in his game. Getting it down to a 10-point lead. You just figure BC Christian just wants to try to get this to single digits after the opening 10 minutes. Ooh, Emilian fumbling and bumbling through the lane. Good no call from the officials. Hunter. Trying to sell it, didn't work. 2 seconds on the shot clock, 10-point lead for TBA. Golazade launches, is online, didn't have the distance. Stay with us, the first quarter's done in game 2 of 4. If you can make it down to Sheridan College in Brampton, please do so. So got a couple of solid games after this one.
The National Preparatory Association is expanding for Season 3. Canada's only national prep school basketball league is accepting applications from high-level programs from coast to coast. The NPA provides top competition, unrivaled exposure, and every program will have an impact in the growth of the league. We may also be able to provide opportunities for individual players looking to join one of the NPA teams. The team application deadline is April 30th. Email info@northpolehoops.com to start the process for your chance to join a nation inspired. Coast to coast. It's our job to bring it to the light. No gimmicks, just hard work on the hardwood. Who will step up to the plate this summer? Who will make their game undeniable and challenge every man in front of him? Game will speak.
Everyone has their story. What's yours? Were you born with the ball in your hands? Or were you a late bloomer? Are you a dead-eye shooter? Or a high flyer? Throws up an alley-oop! All elbow! Williams! Are you a leader? Or an elite role player?
Second quarter action about to get underway. TBA with the rock up 10. Golazade to Coe. Masters again from range, no good. Leaking out is Ogamayanor. Can't get it to go, gets his own rebound. Despite a tough first quarter, BC Christian Prep with some good body language out there. Krupic to Hunter. Finds a Goats from range. From downtown, cutting it down to 7. BC Christian Prep just keeps their heads about them. They have the size, the skill, and the scorers to stay with TBA. The Goats gets it back. Krupic. Ogamayanor. Range. No good from Obad, but a Goats is all over the glass. Krupic gets it back. Goes to his left. This kid is smooth. Obad has it blocked from behind on the putback attempt. Masters starting to cook Marcus Masters knows he's at Nationals. Marcus Masters enjoys the spotlight. Ooh, nice strip from Ogumilor. And he's gonna go 1-on-3. Can't finish. Another kid that we saw in Ottawa, in Harry Ogumilor, didn't seem to have the confidence back then, but although he's missed 2 gimmies here, playing with confidence and speed.
You like him. You like to see him staying aggressive, and he's doing it on both ends of the floor.
I mean, it's still early. You got lots of time to get your feel. Patrick Emilian always has his feel.
And already over 15 coaches in attendance this morning, out here recruiting these guys, trying to figure out what they're going to do for next season. Some teams already eliminated.
Foul on Golazade. It's a 12-point lead for TBA. Ogumilor. David Tenney. Obad. Issa comes down with it. TBA. Quick in transition. You can hear stop the ball by head coach Doug Dowell of BC Christian. Sammy Hunter. So good close to the rim is Sammy Hunter. And he gets back in transition to cut off Issa. TBA, this is their game. Transition coast to coast. Ogumilor once again to Obad. And there is Patrick Emilian.
And he's been a stud so far in this game, man. Worthy of the award that he received. Like you said before this game started, man, he's had multiple 30-point games as he racks up the last few games of the season. Lots of time to get that shot off, a little bit rushed from TBA.
Sammy Hunter again. It's not going to take long for BC Christian to cut this into this lead if Sammy Hunter gets to catch the ball where he wants, right there. Good defense. Once again, steal. Obad slowing it up. Krupich. Ooh. That would have been a big shot for them, but they come up with it once again. Momentum has now slipped away from TBA. 10 on the shot clock. TBA wants a timeout at the next opportunity.
A little bit of a forced take that time by BC Christian's Sammy Hunter. Krupich gets it to go on the reset.
Timeout TBA. Stay with us. Midway point of the second quarter of the second game.
NPH events. There's an opportunity to get involved at the ground level. NPH hosts elite level high school tournaments to national club team championships throughout the course of the season. Now is your chance to get involved with the fastest growing sport in Canada with the industry leaders and influencers. Get in the game today and join NPH in growing basketball in this country.
your feet square. Get your feet square.
Take it home, write it down, grab a homie, and work on it. Work on it, master it.
AJ Lawson, go! He gets it to go! Wow. Pick it up, Jalen.
Oh my God!
Top 10, top 10.
Two-way players are the best players. Understand that. Two-way players are the best players.
Here's Sabri Phillip, two-hand jam!
Let's go, boy!
It doesn't matter from what city you're from, how tall you are, what school, what club you represent. Game speaks. There's no politics here.
Shout out the Peel officials. Only a game and a half in, but they get it. They understand what we're doing here with the MPA, high-level basketball.
I think they've made their adjustments as well in terms of, you know, letting some of the ticky-tack fouls go, playing through some contact.
Oh, here's Strutt.
Looks like they clipped each other there.
Yeah.
He's just got to walk that off. Pierce immediately asking for a substitution. He's fine.
Well, missed defensive assignment there. Leads down to 8. BC Christian hung around, took that first initial shot. But Chad Vincent back the other way.
He thought about throwing it down
absolutely.
on Krupic.
He was going to bang it on him. Had to adjust mid-stride. Ooh, Krupic just brought his head up, didn't think about the dribble and dribbled it off his foot. Issa, no good. Emelian got hacked hard. 4:16 to go, leads back up to 10. Two teams that have not played each other this season. Toronto Basketball Academy, the number 7 seed, as we take a look at the bracket. The 1:30 game right now, taking on BC Christian. Next up, LBA and SJK, that's the London Basketball Academy, and SJK out of Kitchener. And then the 5:30 game, Crestwood versus St. Laurent. The 12 versus 5. Midway through the second of 4 games today. Jason Tom here alongside Elias Sabate for the National Preparatory Association's National Championship Tournament. Just the second time that a national championship will be handed out at the high school age level. Thank you for joining us here. And we ask you to come on down to Sheridan College in Brampton. Four games today, 6 tomorrow when you include 2 on the loser's side of the bracket. And then we have our semifinals on Saturday night and our consolation and championship on Sunday afternoon.
And this is the most communication that I've seen from TBA overall. Just a lot of guys really vocal. Tariq Issa, the Carleton commit, playing with a lot more intensity. And with a team like TBA, any opponent that plays them should fear them. But that has not been the case the entire season. A lot of these guys have picked and chosen when they wanted to turn it up.
Up top. Oh, just a little out of the reach.
A lot out of the reach. That was way behind him. Chad went for it regardless.
Well, Marcus Masters has been amped up since the minute they jumped up the ball today. He threw that lob, just a little too much mustard on it. The Goats, Obad, then Sammy Hunter, back to Goats. Works his way through the lane. Sammy Hunter, so much length, so much strength, and still has a year of high school left under his belt. What will that finished product look like? 3:06 to go. 31-22. TBA. BC Christian is running their sets, and their sets are working for them right now as they've chipped away at this lead. they have to be happy where they are. Hunter pulls it down. Krupic, as they continue to chip away at the TBA lead that has been comfortable throughout this game. Ooh, Tenney off glass, no good. Wow, 2-on-1 back the other way. Oh, I was just thinking, if they get nothing out of this, that is upsetting.
That's an easy finish, especially with a small guy on you coming back. You got to be able to go up with a dunk on those.
Kind of had, yeah, I had the feeling as it came down 2-on-1 that it wasn't going to work out well. It's just something about that transition game there. I really think BC Christian Prep is at home at their half-court offensive sets. But you can't give up gimmies like that. Emelian, no good. Masters really seems composed. I mean, he always has that game with him, the point guard for TBA.
There's another Masters that's really, really composed, and that's Javon Masters, his older brother, who actually currently got awarded the AUS MVP, and he's set records at UNB. And
U Sports all-time scoring leader, I believe, that was this season?
Yes. He's just ridiculous right now, and he's definitely going to sign himself a pro contract when it's all said and done and make some good money, some six-figure type digits.
Emelian got hammered by a Goats. At the line, looking for the three-point lead. Patrick Emelian as LBA rolls into the gym. They'll be taking on their divisional rivals, SJK out of Kitchener. Now, TBA on the floor right now. They're looking to get back after last season, seeing their Nationals tournament come to an early end with a shocking loss because they seemed to have things in control. And that was a heartbreaking loss for TBA. Meanwhile, LBA was the Cinderella team in last year's Nationals. They come into this one ranked number 6.
Good vision by Krupic, getting both defenders in the paint to make contact with them.
Ma got hacked going to the line. Shout out DJG.
On the ones and twos, mixing it up. He's played a lot of you know, progressive house mixed in with some hip hop, mixed in with some, and he even played the Space Jam soundtrack earlier for warm-ups.
Hey man, gotta know your audience. Under a minute to go. Taragisa. Shovel off to Golazade. Not overly impressed with his shot selections the last couple of times I've seen him. This is where I like to see Amir Golazade cutting and slashing to the rim.
And that burst in the first step and explosiveness is starting to really come together for him.
Leads back up to 10. Wow, how that pass got through everybody. I would like to say Sammy Hunter meant to do that, but
I think he actually did. Because originally he had Krupic cutting all the way. Krupic stopped for a second, and then it looked like it was a misguided pass. Then he stepped on the gas again.
I'll give it to him.
Freed up.
It was Ma that totally faked me out.
Yes.
It looked like
yeah, because Ma was in the way of that play.
Look at Marcus Masters. Ma brings it down. 2 on the clock. Krupic, very smart, had a little bit of time. 8-point lead. I mean, I don't think BC Christian Prep will be mad at that considering that first half. Let's see what halftime adjustments can happen. Stay with us. We'll be back second half of game 2 of 4.
He comes with unparalleled poise. He's got like this swagger about him that he's not backing down from anyone. Fits very well with our underdog mindset, underdog mentality.
Now TBA is back on the road to the national championships, but this time, their returning players will need to rely on their previous experience to help bring them to new heights.
We have some players this year that needs to step up and become leaders and help out the new guys that arrived this year. Once they come in, they already know how the vibe is, the culture, and we just all click together because our goal is definitely to win the NPA championship. Feel what we didn't feel last year.
There's no questions about it, we have to win. If we don't win, it's a failure.
I was thinking about it all off season. All I want this year is just to win the NPA.
We're a small Christian school. We got 370 kids in the school from kindergarten to grade 12. We have 47 different countries represented at the school. Been around for about 25 years, and I started the basketball program there 14 years ago. We have kids from as far away as Nigeria, Turkey, Poland, Belarus, Bahamas, so multicultural. It's been a real blessing. It's been a real opportunity for me to sort of see different styles of play in different areas of the world. Each year you're bringing in a new group of kids and trying to bring them all together at once. It's not like having a returning group of 10 guys and you add 2. You're bringing in 6 new ones every year. We just had kids come in from Iran. What a culture shock.
I'm Amir Hossein Rahimzad. I'm from Iran and I'm playing for BC Christian Panthers Prep. I played for the U17 national team. I was the best player over there. The basketball over there is not like here. Here is more explosiveness. You can see the athletic guys living here, playing basketball here, working on your academic. It's really gonna help all the international guys who comes to Canada, and it's gonna help us.
I'm Marian Abad. I'm from Croatia and I play for BC Christian Panthers. I'm improving in language. I'm learning every day new words and how to speak better. So the style here is more dynamic. I would say more explosive basketball, more one-on-one. I like some things here, some things there, but maybe more here. It changed me a lot as a player. I learned how to play better, how to get more confidence in my playing, and just experiencing this American and Canadian basketball. And it changed me as a person because I get new experience, new living alone, of course, and new perspective.
My name is Sammy Hunter. I was born in the Bahamas and I play for BC Christian Prep. It's been different because in the Bahamas you don't get to see people from different countries as much. But it's been an eye-opener too to see how people from other countries act and react to certain things. It teaches me. I learn every day about different styles, how people play, and I can truly say that these guys are like the funniest guys, some of the funniest guys I've ever met.
I'm Pierce Strutt. I'm from Vancouver, BC, and I play for BC Christian Prep. Being in BC Christian Prep really gives me a lot of great life experience and taught me a lot of lessons in general. A lot when it comes to basketball, it's made me a better player, but it's also taught me a lot about life too. I get to learn a lot about the world and about different cultures and people, but it really has just taught me overall that people are the same no matter where you go. Canada is all about diversity. I really think our team represents that pretty well.
The Toronto Basketball Academy was one of the top seeds heading into last season's NPA. Looking to beat the buzzer. Stick back jab, Jacoby Neath.
Let's go, man. Good pick, boy.
Transition, Shaheem Malcolm. Oh, someone checked that ball for a bruise. With the steal. Blowing past everybody. AJ Lawson.
Let's go, bro.
In transition, throwing it down. Off the backboard, Jashawn Henry. Shaheem Malcolm letting everybody know the Riverhawks have taken flight. the Filipino Wrecking Machine. And if you want to put together a Matthew Daves highlight reel, oh, look out, your boy, Elijah Fisher. Two-handed slam!
Two out of Calgary.
Ooh, no-look pass! Big-time finish! Cole Newkirk. Oh, so if you turn it over like that, it doesn't matter. Number 21, Nas Robert.
Ewer definitely put things into perspective for him.
You want to talk about perspective.
My assist, give me that assist. Oh, come on. Bang out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I won.
Joshawn Henry is a man. Raheem Sullivan has the ball in his hand. 2 on the clock, gets into the lane. Floater game! Floater game! Floater game! Raheem Sullivan wins the floater game in this game! Everybody on their feet as Canada, Top Flight Academy, are the first high school aged national champions in the history of Canadian basketball.
We know that it's only going to get harder, especially, everybody's going to be getting better teams, and that it just puts a target on our back. So we know we're going to have to push harder, and every game is going to be a tough game.
This year, we're trying to win it for sure. I feel like we're one of the best in the league.
We're telling our guys, listen, man, you got to be ready to play and compete, because these guys want it.
Either kill or be killed, on the court, you have to be competitive. You have to have a dog in you, or if not, you're not going to succeed or you're not going to do well in the sport.
Do we play with a chip? We make it so. It's who we are.
If you're going to put it all on the line every night, then you can come play on Central Tech.
Something about TBA is everyone is together, this family-like vibe. There's no questions about it. We have to win. If we don't win, it's a failure. You'll see that.
Well, Kitchener, we're not really known as a basketball city. Having that underdog mentality is just giving us extra motivation.
Hamilton's really, everyone's trying to prove themselves. Everyone's trying to show that they're better than other people.
Go into nationals and show people that we're not finishing last, we're coming for the championship.
We have Core, I think he's the best big in the league. And then we have the best shooter in the league, Okai. And then we have Josh, I think he's the best low post player in the league. I think when we hit our stride, no one's going to be able to stop us.
Basketball is so global now. Everyone plays, everyone has a passion for it, everyone sees it. And these kids come from all around the world, including British Columbia. 25 years ago, I never would have believed it, but what a difference today.
The East Coast gets overlooked a lot, so I'm looking forward to putting Nova Scotia on the map.
No, Maritimes, we're gritty. The ball on the floor, we're gonna be the first on the ground to get it for sure.
People ask me about Montreal, what's special about Montreal? And I say, it's the way that people integrate all together. So this team represents a little bit of that.
People always are kind of talking down, to the Prairies, but we have the ballers out there.
Back in Saskatchewan, we work hard, we play for each other, and then when we come here, for venues like this, we go to war.
The National Preparatory Association is expanding for Season 3. Canada's only national prep school basketball league is accepting applications from high-level programs from coast to coast. The NPA provides top competition, unrivaled exposure, and every program will have an impact in the growth of the league. We may also be able to provide opportunities for individual players looking to join one of the NPA teams. The team application deadline is April 30th. Email info@northpolehoops.com to start the process for your chance to join a nation inspired. The National Preparatory Association is expanding for Season 3. Canada's only national prep school basketball league is accepting
We're back live. Shout out Joshua David and Associates. Understanding what it means to be involved with a national championship tournament, the only of its kind in Canadian basketball history. Chad Vincent started the second half for TBA, picking up a quick foul.
And we saw him have a big game in limited minutes when they played against Central Tech. He's one of those fire starters, if you will.
Wow, BC Christian Prep just not giving themselves any easy pass to making this a tie game. They missed 2 free throws, and then Erjan Obad gets a present right in his lap for the putback. Golazade. I really liked Krupic there. Like, that was really, and look at Mustafa Goetz. I said earlier this season he didn't play an awful lot. I don't know if he was in the Doug Dowell doghouse. Sorry, I just was shocked to hear Doug Dowell with some positive reinforcement to his squad. Notoriously hard on his guys, but for good reason.
I thought you twisted up your tongue there with Doug Dowell doghouse.
No, but it was. But Goetz, to his credit, was always the loudest person on a relatively quiet bench.
Relatively? these guys need to provide energy off the bench.
I'll tell you this. The halftime adjustments that Doug Dowell can put into his team, because there's such a skilled half-court offense, we can see a lot of that here in the second half. And TBA, so well known as a come-from-behind team, I'm curious on how they play with this league.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right about that.
Like going back 2 seasons, I mean, I'm used to seeing TBA battle back, stay in games. And really, it was that game at Nationals last year, I believe, against Central Tech, where they had the big lead and ended up losing it and were crushed. That's the last time I can remember them playing with a lead throughout a game. Turnover. Masters. We always say how smooth he is in the air. Couldn't finish there. Krupic. Obad. Hunter, baseline jumper. Didn't have the legs with him.
And he didn't need that either. You had Marion Obad and his defender closing out on Hunter. That's an easy reset with time on the shot clock still.
London Basketball Academy in the house, as they will be the next game. David Tenney starting for BC Christian Prep here. That's what I mean about the halftime adjustments. They put Tenney with a huge size advantage on Masters to try to snuff out that fire before it gets going. Ooh, nice pass. I have been so impressed by Amir Krupic. Can't finish there. Vincent, strong the other way. TBA getting on the glass, because that's what they do. Vincent back out, Masters. He was in rhythm, maybe floating a little bit on that jumper.
I really like that the BC Christian guys right away, they look to find Krupic as soon as that defensive board comes down.
Sammy Hunter's so good with the footwork. The spin is so nice, but got to be able to finish through it. Another good non-call there.
Yeah, and you can see some of the coaches in the stands as immediately after that spin move that you're talking about, just kind of giving the head nod, like, yeah, good move.
It's just after the spin going straight up, right? So often it's the spin and then the fade, and I mean, at that size, the spin move is much more effective than a fade. You don't need them both. It looks good on the video game, not needed in real life. Yeah. TBA got the ball back, so that's why the shot clock violation didn't occur, although the clock went off. No argument from the TBA sideline. Emilian, first team All-Star in the NPA this season.
And it looks like TBA now is just settling for shots. You don't see a lot of rotation happening off the ball, no off-ball screens, so there's barely any action to create the offense in the half-court set.
That pass from Obad was just lazy and late. Easy turnover, easy picked off pass, and Marcus Masters.
It's all Masters.
Krupic. Taragisa jumps out on him. Oh, nice. You know, and that really shows the versatility of a Taragisa. Oh, Patrick Emilian tried to give us our first poster of Nationals. I was saying Taragisa D'd up Sammy Hunter there, just went straight up with him with the block. McCoy, Vincent, Masters now with the ball.
And Masters' recruitment starting to pick up. You know, he's still got another year to go as a 2019. He's out of Waterloo, Ontario. He's got interest from both Niagara and Santa Clara. Has had very strong games in front of the coaching staff of those two programs.
Mustafa goes notoriously getting in foul trouble, has now picked up 4. Just getting up at the midway point of the third quarter. Stay with us. We'll be back after a short break as we continue the Nationals at Sheridan College in Brampton.
What's your story?
Looking to beat the buzzer. Stick back jab, Jacoby Neath.
Hey! Let's go, man. Good pick, boy.
Transition, Shaheem Malcolm. Oh, someone checked that ball for a bruise. With the steal. Blowing past everybody, AJ Lawson.
Let's go, bro.
In transition, throwing it down. Off the backboard, Jashawn Henry. And we're back. Patrick Emilian inbounding to Taragisa. Foul trouble on both sides. Both Amir Golazadeh and Mustafa Ghost both get 4. Patrick Mapoyi battling through the contact for the basket and the bump, going to the line, looking for the three-point play. That could push this lead back up to double digits. TBA has been in control throughout. Oh, a little transition game from BC Christian Prep. David Tenney to Jeff Ma. Usually what we see on the other side.
So much international talent on this BC team.
Absolutely. Have a school full of international students and a roster that reflects it.
Jeff Ma by way of Hong Kong.
You know, one of the players that really stood out for me this year for this BC Christian Prep squad is Amir Rahimzad.
I wish he was here, man. He's out with a foot injury, unable to make it to Nationals.
Also without another key player in Filip Milosevic, who had really turned it on as this season progressed. He's out with a knee injury. But those are two key pieces to this squad.
all that being said, they're still in the game here. There's Patrick getting involved again on the defensive end.
Nice little give and go, but Ma comes back to wipe it out. They call a foul on the body. Ten-point lead for TBA. If they hold on to win this game, they will be matched up with a team they know an awful lot about, the Central Tech Blues. City rivals. Have not been able to figure out Central Tech this season, TBA.
20 has 4 fouls. Sorry? 20 has 4 fouls.
Tenney inbounding to Amir Krupic. You just heard head coach Doug Dowell checking in about the Krupic foul situation. He cannot lose him. And he just lost the ball to Chad Vincent. Ooh, Emilian couldn't control it. Nice save, Marcus Masters. Another save, taking out the NPH signage along the sidelines. Emilian back into the lane, tough finish, got it to go. Krupic, Tenney, Ogamayanor. Nice pass, Sammy Hunter goes up strong.
Thought he was gonna throw that down with the dunk. Played it safe, smart move by Sammy Hunter.
Ooh, got him off his feet. Chad Vincent, shovel pass, back out top, Mapoy.
I'm a big fan of Chad Vincent's game, man. I think he's still putting it together offensively, but he just provides so much, whether it's defensive, whether it's through his athleticism. He can just provide so much for a squad.
David Tenney slows it down, finds his point guard. Oh, look at the roll. You never have to worry about Marion Obad's confidence. The kid is always thinking he's making the next shot. And the scary thing about that is once he starts making a few, he can just absolutely pour it in.
One of the more versatile pieces, at the forward position in the entire league.
Absolutely. I would agree with those sentiments. Every time I look up, it's the same thing. 10-point lead for TBA.
Marion Obad on the inbound here to Hunter, gets it right back. Ogi Minor with the mid-range pull-up.
Issa threw it out of bounds. Leads down to 8. BC Christian Prep has an opportunity to grab some momentum here. Neither team has been able to really put this one out of reach. Wow, you could see that coming. And there it is. Tarek Issa crushing it home. Loved that defensive strategy there. 3 guys waiting at midcourt right when they got over half court. They just swarmed, resulting in a Tarek Issa slam. We mentioned before the game, Patrick Emilian picking up his first team All-Star award. He had a stretch of 30-plus point games down the stretch of this season.
And as this season winds down, he's looking to take his services to the NCAA level. You know, obviously can really spread the floor for this squad and comes up with some athletic plays for this team. He's got offers on the table right now from Canisius, Kent State, and Siena. Siena he visited last week, and there's I wouldn't be surprised if there's a few more that offer him this weekend, depending on how far they can get, actually.
I mean, there's a lot on the line when it comes to programs seeking out their first national championship, but also as individual players, the further your team goes in this tournament, the more opportunity you have to play against high-level competition, as our top 4 seeds from our NPA regular season are awaiting in the quarterfinals the winners of these games. Again, we've already had Rothsay Netherwood take out Beast, a 9 over an 8. Rothsay will now take on the #1 overall seed, the undefeated Notre Dame Hounds out of Wilcox, Saskatchewan.
And let's be real, that RNS game, that was controlled by RNS the whole way through.
And they gave it back through some of it.
That's
but
right.
They had the control of it. You're right.
Yep, it was Beast at the end, maybe near the end of the 4th quarter.
Yep.
They gave themselves a little bit of life.
Stretch. They had a great stretch there, a good minute 20, I think, where they went on a 7-0 run.
And a part of that was guys checking out mentally after, you know, not so critical mistakes. Like the game's still anyone's game.
I love how many times we've seen these guys jump on the floor after the loose ball.
Means something to them.
Not just this game, previous game as well. It's went game to game. Officials getting together to make sure they get it right. Obad inbounding. Ooh, running out of time, had to throw it up. Helps when you got Sammy Hunter who's there. Look at the size and the length on this kid. No foul call. I have a feeling if they would have lost the ball, there would have been a bit more of an argument as well. Nice inbounds play, but couldn't capitalize. Krupic gets it back.
12 left on the shot clock here. They better know about it.
Obad to Hunter. Ooh. Looked like it was 2 players, 2 different ideas right there. 1:18 to go, 14 on the shot clock, 10-point lead. How many times have I said that throughout this game? Ooh, Krupic with Masters right in his shorts. Ogamayanor, Obad, pull-up, jumper. Looked good, back rim and out. Krupic gets it back. A reluctant shooter is Krupic, but very active nonetheless.
Saw him get hot a little bit in Montreal, but it was mostly dimes to Hunter.
Wow. I mean, if you're a coach in this gym right now, you know you have to be thinking like Sammy Hunter is something special. And you look down and you say, he's got a year left.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, he could go this year.
Yep.
But that extra year would do him good as well. He's got to learn to impose his will on the competition.
Absolutely.
And his guys got to be able to feed him. He's establishing position really well here.
22 on the clock. Masters cross court. Coe pulls it back out, gets back to the baseline. Tough pass. Emelian can't do anything with that. 16 seconds left. 8-point lead for TBA. I don't want to overemphasize this, but this possession is huge for BC Christian Prep right here.
No, you're right, man. End of the quarter momentum. You want it on your side.
Tenney to Hunter.
Good move by Hunter.
He can eat up Demba Timbo all day long. 5 left.
And notice he recognized that immediately.
6-point lead for TBA. We got ourselves a great 4th quarter coming. Tell your friends. Tune in on NorthPoleHoops.com.
History has been made in Canadian basketball.
From the Maritimes to the nation's capital.
I just like the sound.
Brady Cancun, my goodness.
To the 6.
Oh, big block there.
To the prairies.
By Deshaun Henry.
All the way to British Columbia. This is the NPA.
No not
way.
the guy.
No way.
Cummins. What's the foul?
Got the answer. Wow. That's another good one. There it is. Sammy Hunter.
And look at this.
Danilo Jiricic ending his high school career with a dagger of a spike.
GTA Prep wisely feeding the hot hand. Oh, nice step back cross.
Fourth quarter underway. Our 10 versus 7 matchup. The 10 seed BC Christian Prep has battled back from a 10 plus point deficit to cut it to 6. Amir Krupic. I guess when you haven't shot from range the entire game, that's probably what's going to happen to you.
Well, you just got to let that go immediately. Just go on to the next play.
He thought about it. TBA has been in control of this game from the beginning, but they have definitely not put it out of reach. And Marcus Masters, who started red hot, has really not had the offensive impact that he had at the beginning of this game. Hunter to Tenney. Krupic to Ogameyanor. Nice entry pass to Hunter. Ooh, that's a foul that could have been called. Absolutely.
They definitely got some body on that.
Yeah. Sammy Hunter, two things that he's needed on this team. He's needed a point guard to be able to get him the ball off some pick and rolls and screen and rolls. But the other thing that I've really seen an improvement from BC Christian Prep is the entry passes to Sammy Hunter.
Yep.
They've been able to give it to him where he needs it.
And he needs to establish. He needs to continue to establish position on the low block there. When he catches and faces up, he's a threat because he can shoot that mid-range pretty consistently. There he is, and this is it right here. He can rip and go off of that. You get Tariq Issa into foul trouble. That's exactly what you want. A little bit heated up here between Sammy Hunter and Tariq Issa.
Eventually, you knew that they were eventually Coach Adil Saibzada with a timeout. We're going to cool things down a little bit here and get back to it. Just give us a quick break.
The Toronto Basketball Academy was one of the top seeds heading into last season's NPA Championship tournament. In the second round, they matched up with Canada Top Flight Academy, a team that they had beat by double digits earlier in the season.
We were very confident going into the game. We had a great season, and I remember that game like it's like yesterday.
Halftime, everything was looking good. Even third quarter, the game might have got a little bit closer, but we thought, we're still gonna win.
And we had a lead going into the fourth, and then we just let it slip through our hands.
We did everything right, but we just lost in one area. We didn't make enough free throws. We were atrocious, 6 for 31 from the free throw line.
It was like a shock, everyone was like, we're done.
Everybody around me, all the kids that I was coaching were crying and everything, and I'm just like, how do you deal with this, right? All I had was a hug that day. I didn't have anything else. I try to be strong, but meantime, those hugs were making me feel better.
We viewed it as the last time we were all going to be together.
There's a lot on the line here today. Things getting heated. Refs allowed everybody to calm down, didn't tee anybody up. I know BC Christian is a little frustrated by the lack of foul calls, but Sammy Hunter has taken it back at the body consistently, and that resulted in a foul call right there. Obad into Sammy. Ogameyanor. Ooh, gets it sent back by Tariq Issa. Obad gets it right back and finishes. In this fourth quarter, if Marion Obad gets hot, he could be the difference maker in this game. Issa was wide open. I think he was surprised on how wide open he was. Hunter brings it down. Nice dribble by Krupic. Ogumilor now.
Ball's got to keep moving here. You can't let it stick. Good balance of the floor.
Another swat. Tarek Issa turning it up on the defensive end.
Best game so far this season?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. He hits the highlight reel so often. But consistently, defensively, I mean, this guy can lock down almost anybody.
Sammy Hunter stepping out to the three-point line. He can get it done from there, so you got to be careful as a defender.
Ooh, Krupic. Front rim just did not have enough on that. Emilian, nice move to the right. Kick out to Masters, who's gone ice cold here in the second half. Mapoyi. Ooh, Golazade took that like a running back. It was Mapoyi hitting. 57-50 TBA. Still lots of time to go in this one. Sammy Hunter.
Great move.
The bump. I mean, there's no way you can keep not calling the contact on Sammy Hunter.
He knows how to use his body. He knows how to initiate the contact, and he's got good enough feel that he could absorb and finish.
Absolutely.
And you got to keep going to Sammy. If you could get Tarek from a strategic standpoint, if you could get Tarek Issa in a little bit of foul trouble here in the fourth quarter, that's going to play to your side. Now, we see another big checking in here.
For the first time today. Because, you know, Golazade, that's Alberto Lopez checking in. Golazade has 4 fouls. Issa now goes to the bench. Now, Coach Zaib Zada is very good at cycling through his substitutions, offense for defense. So if anybody can hide his guys who are in foul trouble, it's him. Oh, Golazade has not had the range today, and that was absolutely pure.
You don't let that guy get going.
No.
He'll score in bunches.
But it's easy as an opponent to think that you can back off him because he just has not looked good today with the stroke. And look, Lopez comes in and immediately gets his hands on a Sammy Hunter pass. Masters push it back the other way. Krupic. So long, so quick. Golazade. Masters back to, he's gonna, I thought for sure he was gonna pull it. Offensive rebound, Emilian back out, Golazade. Masters, that's a big shot for Marcus Masters. He went ice cold for the last 2.5 quarters.
And TBA really maintaining an 8 to 10 point lead throughout this game. Sweet move by Obad. That was, good.
I knew that was coming. Knew that was coming.
I took that from you last year. I still remember it from the mixtape.
Obad again, this time in transition to Krupic. Yeah, I just knew that did not have a chance. You're not going to get bailed out on a foul call taking it up like that. Emilian again. That would have been a backbreaker. Instead, they all fall asleep defensively. And we got a timeout. Doug Dowell asking for one. 5:30 to go. Stay with us. A 10-point lead for TBA. Can BC Christian come back one more time?
Yet again, a 10-point advantage restored for Team Blue. Oh! It's Judy Charges throwing it down!
Welcome to the NPH live broadcasting experience. Allow our team of video technicians to capture your event in high definition. Streaming directly on all NPH media platforms. Up-to-the-minute live game coverage featuring professional commentators and analysts.
Tip in! No good!
2 seconds to go.
Commercial spots available to promote and market your brand, event, or product. Enjoy the ultimate way to catch the game when you can't.
That man from Quebec can fly.
Exposure starts here. Seeing is believing. Create your very own mixtape that showcases your top highlights and skills. And strengthen your recruiting status with a direct video for coaches and scouts. Available at all NPH covered and hosted events nationwide. Email mdotto@northpolehoops.com for any inquiries and special filming requests. Exposure starts here.
NPH National Showcase Circuit. From the grassroots level to the pros, a system has been developed through the National Showcase Circuit. North Pole Hoops hosts 3-day camps in Canada's major basketball markets that focus on exposure, skill development, and character development. Top performers go on to receive athletic scholarships in Canada and the United States. There are currently over 200 Canadian men and women playing at the NCAA.
Stuck 10 is BC Christian Prep. Emilian closing out quick. A tremendous wingspan. Seems like collectively TBA has those wingspans. Oh, Emilian just tried to spike it over Harry O. Got hung on the rim. The door is still open here for the Panthers from BC.
Lots of time left on the clock. One thing that's for sure is you got to keep going to your big men.
They have not been able to find anybody outside of, well, Mustafa Ghost has had a great game, but foul trouble took him out. Sitting on the bench with 4. Emilian, nope. Krupic pulls it down. Time's against BC right now. Nice little wow, nice pass. Sammy Hunter smashing it home, man. His elevation and length.
He's just scratching the surface in terms of his potential. You know, he spent some time at NBA Basketball Without Borders in his home country in the Bahamas and did very well over there. I got a lot of feedback from the NBA scouts that were pleased with what they saw. The one knock on him, and I would agree with this 100%, is the motor's got to be there at all times. He is too talented, too skilled, too athletic, too big to not show up every single game and for almost every single possession.
Three on the shot clock. Golazade had to go with it. Smart move. Sammy Hunter had to get rid of it, didn't want a jump ball. Obad, nice little feed. Tenney with the finish. Would have liked to have seen Tenney get a little bit more active towards the rim. He seems to be able to finish in close. Leads down to 6. 3:30 to go.
A lot of one-on-one action right now. Everybody was spread for TBA there. They're just jacking them up.
I mean, that was a gimme for BC Christian. But they just, a couple of times, they've completely fallen asleep on the box out.
Alarm system going off here. One of the emergency doors, someone has messed with them, and that sound will be gone in just a matter of 10 or 15 seconds here.
Emilian gonna keep it. Ooh, lefty finish. Elias called that. Wow. Interesting time to fall asleep. I mean, TBA ain't slamming this door shut. Leads at 6. Good call. Travel call. You know, TBA can get a little loose in their games.
Well, they get comfortable. They build leads and they get comfortable too quickly. If it's not a 20, 25-point lead, especially at this point in the game, you can't, you know, you got to keep your foot on the gas.
A big play there.
Oh, way to clear him out. Big Sammy.
He's got some juice going right now. Leads down to 4. I mean, they have, in Sammy Hunter and Marion Obad, they have 2 guys out here who can take care of any deficit. But can they defensively get it done, and can they box out on TBA? Marcus Masters gets to the rim, and there's the lack of box out again. Issa cleaning it up. Krupic into the corner. Tenney, who's had a good 4th quarter. Called on the travel, shuffle the feet. I think Sammy Hunter is gassed out there right now. And you hear Doug Dowell saying, make them earn it, nothing easy. Oh, big time shot by Mapoy. Pushing the lead back up to 9. That could be the final straw. Hunter, Obad looking for the answer. That would have been the shot that they needed. 1:20 to go.
And BC needs to leave it all on the floor right now. Just 1 minute and 10 to go. This game's still in reach.
Emilian looking to provide that dagger. Can't get it to go. Obad running out of time. 1 minute left for BC Christian. Tenney. Obad. That looks good from here, but front rim. Got it up ahead to Emilian. Takes it right at the defender and finishes. That's what a first-team All-Star does. Pushing the lead back up to 11. And there's the steal by Issa.
That'll do it.
That'll be the dagger. Foul called.
A really bad one, too. You don't want to, you do not want to close out like that in this situation. Marion Obad upset with himself, hands on the knees, and these guys are really frustrated now.
BC Christian really battled in this game. Got it back to within 4 after facing a double-digit deficit right from the start. I mean, that opening 5 minutes from TBA turned out to be kind of the difference in this game. Tarek Issa all over that rebound on shot 2 of 3. TBA looking for some redemption after last year's showing at Nationals. This was a big game for them. I wonder how they feel going up against Central Tech. A team that they haven't been able to beat, but a team that they know.
Very well familiar with that squad. And Central Tech's, man, they defend full court. They're going to make you cough it up. They're going to apply pressure. You know, Marcus Masters really able to handle pressure in the half-court set, but when you got guys filling in lanes and him trying to make passes over the heads of guys, it's going to get a lot tougher.
Again, the 3:30 game is LBA versus SJK. If you haven't had a chance to watch London Basketball Academy, make sure you tune into this one.
That's fine wine, man. They get better with time.
One of the most enjoyable teams to watch in this league. They'll be taking on an SJK squad who is consistently ready to go to battle. Out of Kitchener, Ontario, coached by head coach Ahmed Al-Ulsta. They're going to be in tough against their conference rivals.
Over yet, right? I'm sorry, what?
2:14 on the clock as we look to cap it off. Coach Adil Sahibzada saying no fouls. BC Christian going to play it right down to the wire. They will now take on Beast tomorrow, 10 a.m. our showcase game. A couple of bonus games for you if you want to come down for our 4 games with our top 4 seeds. We start up at 10 o'clock. Beast will take on BC Christian. From range. And that will wrap it up for game 2. I mean, that 17-point deficit to end the game does not tell the whole story of this one. A very game BC Christian Prep squad coming out on the losing end. The Toronto Basketball Academy comes out with the win. Thank you for joining us. Game 3 will be on in about 15 minutes time. We tip off at 3:30. Thank you for joining us. The Nationals will continue after a short break. Stay with us.